Hello, budgeters! Welcome to the October budget report, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So, we did pretty good, and we also did pretty bad this month. Um, we let's see. I'll just show you. We got the only thing that was different from our income is we got $182 of supplemental income because we sold a lot of stuff because my husband decided that he would get Disney Plus for 3 years, which cost us $182.31. So because that was kind of an unexpected expenditure, something we didn't plan on, we decided just to sell some stuff and kind of make up that difference for that item. So it kind of equaled out. We got some supplemental income, but it didn't actually go to our savings. It mostly just went to pay for some of this impulse buy, but it means that we didn't dip into our savings. So that was good. Okay, so jumping into the review. A few things were a little bit lower this month. Our energy was a few dollars lower. Our water and utilities was also a few dollars lower. So that's pretty good. Our gas was actually over. I'm going to mark that in red because I just like that visual. When I look at these for the following year, this is what I base my spending off of. And then, of course, we had that Murphy moved in moment, which, as Dave Ramsey likes to call it, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. It feels like Murphy has moved into your house. Now, Disney Plus isn't really an unexpected, like, Murphy moved in moment, so that's why we sold stuff for $182. So that's kind of what we did to equal that out. And then jumping into our sinking funds, these are the accounts that right here on the right are the notes for the accounts we dipped into. So our home repairs account, we spent $9.63 on light bulbs. Our medical deductible, we had our $75 annual due, and that's just a $75 thing that we pay each month no matter what. We spent $12.31 in our dog account because our dog has been licking his paws a lot, and he kind of had these allergies, so we got him some allergy meds, which seem to be working really well. Prescriptions and therapy. So we had one therapy session that was unexpected, and that was $130. And then also why this is over is I didn't know our first session was going to be more expensive with our therapist Ty at $195. So that's kind of why there's some overage here. So we have this $130 account with Christy, and then we also spent about $65 over what I thought. So that is why we went over in the prescriptions and therapy. But I think we will make up that difference over the course of the months, because now I think we're on a schedule that if we keep contributing that $400, so we're going to see Ty 2 times a month for $130, and then Jason once a month for $85. So that will be our new routine now for prescriptions and therapy. And then children's need. My son Edwin needed a haircut, so we did that for $18.95, and then I bought them a book for $3.21. And then the other accounts are just accumulating money still. The vision account had a huge depletion of $234.62 for my husband's glasses, and that puts us at a negative $645 in this account. And then our passport account, we actually didn't spend any money in it. I just put this little note here in this light blue color to know that $440 is what we would need for all 4 of us to get a passport. So a passport's about $110 a piece. We don't have anything in the near future that we would need a passport for, minus my husband, who has a small possibility that he'll need one for work. But, I just thought it's not a huge expense, and so $10 a month right now, and I think once we have that $440, we'll just keep that always in there, just in case. I feel like passports are one of those things that can creep up on you, and it might sit there for forever, but we'll have the money there if there's ever a need for us to either travel out of the country or whatever might come, we'll have it there. Even if it just sits there until the future, like my sons go. I'm sure my children at one point will love like to travel the world. I did when I was in my 20s. I did a lot of traveling. I went to Asia and Europe and the Bahamas, and so I hope that they will have that. So yeah, it's just sitting there right now and building up. And then we didn't do any spending in any of the other accounts from our regular sinking funds. Our leisure sinking funds, we did a lot of spending in. I spent some money for Christmas. I got my mom a Christmas present, and I got my husband's brother and his wife, they got their Christmas presents. And so that brings our Christmas account down to $740.34. So we still have quite a bit in there, and a lot of shopping to do still. And then the electronics account, I took out $230. My husband got a new phone. A lot of it he paid for with cash. That he just likes to save his cash, like from birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that. Any cash that he gets, he just saves it. And so he paid for the majority of his phone with cash, but we had some in the electronics account too that he used. But that has a remainder now of $20. Our midlife crisis account, this is just because we have some things going on that are kind of different for us, and so we created this fun line item, and our therapist recommended 4 books to us this month, and so we spent money on books. 1077 group sushi. I can't remember what that is, but I think my husband went out after a group therapy session that he went to and got sushi. I spent $62 because I decided I was going to run a 5K, and so there's a group of us, and that's just something that I feel like running is an outlet, and I took it out of that account. Our Disneyland someday didn't do anything in that. Our Disney World account. Okay, so this account, I actually am not putting any money into it from our own pocket. I am adding money in it, though, from our credit card account. So we do have a credit card which gives us cash back. And so I decided that every time it gets, for a while we just like had it all saved up on that account, but I decided that it would be better for me to cash out the cash, and you can get it sent to you in a check. You can just have it go towards any expenditures on your credit card. So I just had money sent to me, and so this month I put in $177.76 into this account. So when our boys are 10 years old, so we have a 2.5-year-old right now, so when he's 10 and the other one's 9, so that's in like 7.5 years, we want to use all of our credit card points to take them to Disneyland. And the last few months we were able to put in $177.75, making this account $1,336.76. Okay, health and fitness account, I used $8 from this account, the remainder of the money. So I think the marathon training and the 5K training and the run was like $70 total. Okay, birthdays and holidays. Got a lot of stuff taken out of it for Halloween. We went to a place called Hee Haw's, which is here in Utah, and it's just a fun little trick-or-treat farm, and we took the boys there, and that was from our Halloween budget. We spent $8.22 on our pumpkins, and then we spent $5 for parking. So that came out of the Halloween budget, and this puts our birthday and holiday account at negative $96.54, but we will be contributing $75 in November and December. And in November, I have $25 budgeted for Thanksgiving, and then in December, we don't have any things coming out for birthdays and holidays. So even though it shows a big negative balance in here, in the next 2 months after we put in $75, which will be $150, and then we have $25 for Thanksgiving, we still have, I think there's a little money in there budgeted too for New Year's Eve, but then I think we are actually under our spending account for birthdays and holidays, so we'll have a little bit extra in there. So I'll probably use that extra money and throw it at something fun like our Disneyland someday or a Disney World account or something like that. We'll see. Our eating out account, we did really bad, you guys. Like, it's going to be so embarrassing to see how many times on here that we ate at McDonald's. Okay, so our eating out account consists of Costco for $5.93, a Mexican restaurant that we love called Maria Bonita's for $26, $5.60 at Del Taco, $9.40 at McDonald's, $6.15 at McDonald's, $7.13 at McDonald's, $3.99 at McDonald's, $21.10 for Domino's, $1.83 at McDonald's, $6.15 at McDonald's, $2.16 at McDonald's, $6.15 at McDonald's, $19.26 at Jimmy John's, and $7.24 at McDonald's. You guys, I kid you not, we have a problem with McDonald's. It's not that we love their food. It's that for $1 I can buy my kids a cheeseburger and they're happy. And so it's for $3, we can feed our entire family. And you add on French fries, or sometimes you splurge and get a salad. Anyway, we have a problem, so go ahead and feel free to ridicule me down at the bottom and tell me to stop eating McDonald's, because I know that it is problematic. And it's not going to be healthy at all. I am already starting to see that we have to get out of this. So please tell me to get our butts into shape and stop eating McDonald's. Okay. Impromptu giving. We spent $8.55 on a saw. We help our local Boy Scout troop. And we were helping them make Pinewood Derby cars, and my husband needed to buy a saw for his his electric saw, and he needed to buy a new blade for it, and so he spent $8.55, and we just took that out of impromptu giving. My husband's mad money. He splurged on glasses and bought an extra pair, and so he just took that extra pair out of his account, $100 for glasses. And then he has one of those popcorn buckets, those refillable those refillable ones from, and he just likes to get his own popcorn and eat it, for lunch sometimes. And then he took out $50 in cash. My mad money, I spent $2.83 to get myself a fizz drink. I spent a whopping $71.55 at Hallmark for ornaments, and then another $17.15. I think I went back and bought another one for Hallmark. But those are investments. I found that they all hold their value for the most part, if not make money. I had one that I bought for $25, is now selling on eBay for almost $500. So I see them as an investment for my kids, and I think over time they kind of increase in value. So yeah. I spent $4.67 at Swig, which is a place to get drinks. I spent $70.50 to go to a retreat called Time Out for Women. I spent some money on PayPal, $3.63 and $3.49 to eBay, because I sold a few things and I bought shipping labels from them. And then I also added $25.48 back into this account, because the things that I sold were Hallmark ornaments, which I bought from my own account. So I could have put them back in our family account, but I just gave myself the money from my eBay sales of $25.48, which the ornaments that I bought in that one were clearance ones that I bought when I worked at Hallmark when I was in high school, and so I made money. I think I remember buying them for $3 or $4 each, and so I probably made about $10 on each of them after shipping. So that was good. Family fun and reunions. We paid $6 to go to a farm. Another McDonald's run for $10.06, and then we paid $10.25 to go out, and we got some little fancy chocolates at a little. It's called Witches Night Out, where they just have a cute little mall that has all these fun little witches, and we bought some chocolates there for our family. And then date night account, we spent $3.77 at Neaters. which is just a little bakery here. We spent $90 on babysitting and $7.33 at Culver's for ice cream. And so our date night account has a negative 10 cents, and our family fun and reunions account, I didn't say that, but it has a negative 59 cents in that account. So when I say that we did good and bad on our budget, I feel like we did good because, like we didn't cash flow our Disney Plus. We actually came up with the money to buy it, but then the bad comes in, I think, for all of these accounts where we went over, even though it's not a ton in some of them, like 10 cents or 59 cents, like 6.45, I am kind of, frustrated about the higher ones, like 185. And even though I know we're going to make it up, I hate that this is this 96.54 is such a high number. I might actually keep some money in that birthday holiday slush fund just so that it stops showing so negative at the end of every year. I know it makes up for it, but throughout the year, but I don't know. I don't know if I love that system completely. Okay. And now we're going to talk about our baby step 3B, which is when we're following Dave Ramsey's plan. So baby step 1 is $1,000 saving. Baby step 2 is pay off all your debts minus your home. Baby step 3 is having a fully funded emergency fund. And then there's something called baby step 3B, which is if you're going to buy a house, you go ahead and put money aside into savings for that house. And we projected at the beginning of the month that we would pay $192.79 in that account, and we actually are going to pay an even $200, which is good. I'm glad that we are putting aside some money. In the last 3 months or so, maybe 4, we've just been putting so much money into prescriptions and therapy and midlife crisis and stuff like that because we've just had something come up in our lives that we really needed to deal with. And so we haven't been putting a ton of money aside. So I am glad that we can put away those $200. It does frustrate me because I really would like to put around $500 or even more. But I think we just have to sit back and just know that right now we're taking care of a few things that need to be taken care of on an emotional side. And we're okay to sit and wait where we're at. There's no huge need for us to get into a new house. It's more just we know that at some point we either will move or we won't. So long story short, if we move, it'll be the next year or two, and if we don't, it will be we'll just use this $17,000 and put it into our baby steps 4 and 5. So Dave Ramsey's baby step 4 is saving for retirement. Baby step 5 is children's college, and so that would be where we throw it at. And the reason I say that we might move is we're not 100% certain if we might be buying a house that has a basement apartment for my parents. And right now that's kind of on hold for a year. So we're in limbo for a year. And that is kind of why we're not super aggressive at our baby step 3B. But if we do need to move, then we'll really need this money. We'll need more than 17,000. I would like to have this number be closer to 30,000 if we move. And if we don't move, then we're okay. So it's kind of I'm just not quite sure where we're going, and so I haven't been as aggressive as I should be. But I'm really hoping by the summer, I'm hoping I can make some good money from teaching swimming lessons, and I'm hoping by next year we can be somewhere around 30,000. I'm hoping that by the spring, so we have winter and spring, and I'm hoping that we can get at that 20,000 mark. for this baby step 3B. And I'm hoping in the summer I can get around 10,000. But you never know. Like last year was a crummy summer for us. We had just so much rain, and I couldn't teach as many swimming lessons, and it was just a really weird summer. Anyway, so I don't know about that, but that's kind of why we're in limbo on what we're doing next step. And then, of course, because we are in baby step 3B, which is where we're saving for a house, we have our retirement savings on hold, which I don't love. I really don't love that our retirement savings on hold, but it really, honestly, it will just be another year until we know what our next move is, and if it will be or not. And if we're not moving, then these retirement accounts will increase sufficiently. And if we are moving, then we'll just start on baby steps 4 and 5 after that move. Anyway, long story short, this is our budget report for October. It was pretty good. It was kind of bad at a few places, but overall, I'm happy. I'm proud of us for being able to put aside some money, and the reason we were able to do that, I think, is because we did sell some stuff so that we could pay for our Disney Plus, so that we could put $200 aside. And I'm super motivated for November to sell some more stuff now that October was such a successful selling month. I'm really hoping that we can sell more in November. And if you guys haven't yet, check out my November budget plan with me by clicking on that eye in the sky, and go ahead and check out our November budget plan with me if you haven't done that. I'm sure if you are into budgeting videos, that one could help you as well. If you guys have any questions for me, please write down below. I love hearing from you. And if you like this video, give me a like button. I am really excited lately about how much this channel has been picking up, and it makes me motivated to keep making more stuff, especially when I get those likes and those comments from you. It really motivates me to do more for you guys. So I hope you are doing well, and I will talk to you later. Bye.